Hi everyone, Comic Review here, this time doing another DC film review. And this one is on Batman, The Doom That Came to Gotham. Now, as you know, Batman, The Doom That Came to Gotham is a 2023 animated sort of Lovecraftian Cthulhu Mayos storyline, which is meant to be based on the original 3-issue series that ran from November 2000 to January 2001 from the DC Elseworld imprint. And the premise of the film is meant to take place in the 1920s, where we see how Bruce Wayne and his 3 orphans, one of which is meant to have Kylie Chang, who's meant to be based on Cassandra Chan, also Sanjay Todd, who's meant to be based on Jason Todd, and Dick Grayson, who's obviously just meant to be based on Dick Grayson. We see how they journey to Copperpot's old camp, and finding the people there had been decimated, and we see how Bruce Wayne learns to his shock and horror what was really behind it, and throughout it learns the connections of a cult and the things connected from his father, Oliver Queen, and everything that led up to the film's events. And throughout the film, we see how Bruce Wayne becomes Batman and pretty much tries to uncover a dangerous sort of cult that Talia kind of pretty much resurrects by bringing back her father and planning to summon the old one. And throughout the film, it's Bruce Wayne finally embracing his destiny in becoming the true Batman, as well as trying to put an end to the mistakes caused by those around him. And the premise of the film, I would say, has a message and a moral and a cautionary tale that sometimes in life, when darkness needs a champion, we end up becoming the champion. And sometimes when we become the champion, we have to make sure to make up for the mistakes caused by our family and loved ones. And throughout the film, it's Bruce Wayne's journey in trying to finally embracing becoming the Batman, as well as dealing with the mistakes caused by Thomas Wayne, Oliver Queen's father, as well as Oswald Cobblepot, and so many others. And throughout the film, we do kind of see how, there's a lot more Lovecraftian-inspired horror. And I think having Batman in the world of H.P. Lovecraft does work, because it has this darker, grittier, and more sort of uneasy feel to it. I think, Gotham by Gaslight, I would say, is more like a steampunk adventure. I think here, having Batman in the world of H.P. Lovecraft does actually work, and showing what would happen if Batman was in a H.P. Lovecraft storyline. And obviously, the story is obviously meant to be based on the Doom that came to Sarnath, which was a H.P. Lovecraft story in 1920. And I think what kind of makes the animated film work is when we see how Bruce Wayne journeys out to finally embrace the darkness. We see him facing the sort of Lovecraftian versions of Oliver, also Sanjay, and Dick Grayson, and so many others. It's him sort of confronting the people in his life, and him trying to finally move on from it, and finally embracing his legacy. And sometimes, when we embrace the darkness, we become the champion. And sometimes, when you end up becoming the champion, you have to move past from the people in your life and finally embrace the legacy that's been left for you. And sometimes becoming its champion won't always be easy. And I think, I know a lot of people had mixed reviews about this on IMDb, having a 6.0 rating, but I think it's not a bad story, because I think it really works as a good Batman story, showing what can happen if you do a Cthulhu Male storyline in a DC comic book. And I think the film still holds up well. It's got a mystery. It's got these otherworldly beings showing what can happen if you mix DC with the world of H.P. Lovecraft. But I think this film definitely deserves a thumbs up. Still good and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.